I am here. I am inevitable. Bit of a different one from your boy today, bit of a different one, but I've always said I needed a little bit more burn on PC, and I think I finally found the game to realistically do it. Strinova, anime arena shooter where you can go from 3D to 2D. Pretty fire in my opinion, pretty fire. I know. Want to jump into a couple games, talk about some stuff, have a good time. You're probably like, who the fuck is this black ass monkey on this game? Blah, blah, blah. What's happening, right? After upgrading my PC, or even like getting a PC, and I've said this a couple times, I'm very new to mouse and key, things like that. Even if I did play PC games, it was always stuff like Command and Conquer, Hoi 4, stuff like that. Like strategy games, grand strategy, 4X games. And I naturally like left the shooters to like console, right? But I do want to get into games like Arma and things like that. That's the reason I like wanted a PC in the first place, is to like play the Milsim games. And like naturally Steam and PC will always kind of have more variety and options than like any of the consoles. You know, I just never had like a game where I could play like a shooter where I could consistently hop on and just like mess around for a little bit, and then like if I want to grind I can and like have a good time, but if I don't, like I'm not committed for like an hour and a half or whatever, right? And what do you mean by that? Like for example, BattleBit, Valorant, Delta Force, some of the Battlefield games, things like that, right? Don't get me wrong, those games are cool, but for me specifically, it was a little hard to like consistently play. There was either like too much for me going on to like focus on, while like also trying to learn how to navigate on M&K, or it'd be a game like Valorant where like if I make one wrong decision, I'm like waiting to play the game again for like 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, because like all these long ass one life game modes. But this is like the first game where it's like kind of an arena shooter. I know I'm playing on one life mode right now, but there's like a bunch of other modes that I can play on here that I can kind of like just have a good time on and like not really worry about too much, and they're like not super long, you know, probably like maybe 10-15 minutes a game, something like that. So I can like consistently get my burn in, but like not feel burnt out or overwhelmed while I'm playing. And also, come on, the aesthetic is like super up my alley. Now my only thing about this game that I don't get, Strinova's like pretty niche, I'd say. I think it like maxed out at like, I think like maybe 20 or 30K. And then it has like a daily peak of like 15-20,000, and then like anywhere from 5 to like 15,000 concurrents, right? So it's like pretty populated for like for the game of its caliber. It's not like a huge game in terms of player base, but like it's not like a dead game either. And I find games like pretty quickly and stuff like that. But the thing that I don't understand is, and I just don't know if it's just because like my elo super low, if I'm in casual, whatever, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I do pretty well for someone who like doesn't really play mouse and keyboard too much. Sometimes better than like I think I should, but I don't know. Like I feel like it's, as soon as I get to a point where I run into some like super competent people, it's not gonna be like this. But I guess also this is the elo that I'm in, so like just ride it out until it gets to that point. I don't know. Again, I'm just used to playing like super sweaty ass games and getting thrashed, so I can't really tell where like I'm sitting at on this game, but I'm still having a good time nonetheless, so that's all I really care about. I feel like console players, I have like a good understanding of them. I feel like there's too much variance when it comes to PC, and it confuses the shit out of me. Thank you, Jesus Christ. I would say right now Celestia is my favorite. Like support is just like what I naturally gravitate to, but I will take some time to explore other characters. What the fuck is this? Hey buddy! It's a bear! Is she controlling the bear? Is she controlling the bear, dude? Wait, hold on. Whoa. Ow. That's what I'm saying. Like, MVP, like, I don't know, bro. It just feels weird. Like, I feel like I'm in like a kindergarten or something, and I'm just like. But again, I just started, so I don't know. It could just be I just am in the baby ranks. I'm so used to all these like predatory ass matchmaking systems, so I can't tell. But like I said, I'm not really a fan of one life mode type games if I don't have to. I gotta like really be kind of ready to go and play it. This one is like kind of easy because again the games are kind of easy, but I feel like once that gets kind of up there in difficulty, I might not like it as much. But something that I really like about this game that a lot of other games didn't really have for me, it's super casual. There's a lot of other casual modes to play. Team Arena, which is pretty much just like Team Deathmatch, Team Slayer. Escort, which is like any Overwatch style payload type thing. And then there's like a 3v3v3 Team Deathmatch, which gets massive points for me because you never see games do like multi-team stuff anymore, outside of obviously like Battle Royale, but that does not count. That like immediately gives me throwbacks to like Black Ops 2 multi-team days. Whoa, it's so fire, bro. I love it so much. The only thing, like the main thing about shooter games that I really kind of want to like dial in, obviously outside of like just like raw accuracy, tracking and like recoil control are two of probably like my biggest downfalls, at least when it comes to shooters. Yeah, so I really want to try to like get used to like tracking targets and like kind of keeping things together. This game isn't like the biggest when it comes to recoil control, but you know, again, for someone who doesn't usually play games like these on PC or MK, it provides enough of a learning curve for me. I will say the 2D aspect, the switching from 2D to 3D aspect about this game is very interesting. Like you can get real shifty with the swapping, real shifty. I've used it a few times to hit some crossover maneuvers on some folks, and it like flows pretty naturally like into the game as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it's not like super jarring to like do or anything. It's pretty pretty intuitive. Is that the right word to use? I would say also another interesting thing about like me playing PC, usually on console I need like I prefer like a slower sensitivity, but on PC like everything just feels naturally faster, so like I feel like I've adjusted to that more, at least like playing on PC. When I go back to console, it's like, yeah, let me get that let me slow that down again. But on PC I'm just used to like this feels way more natural to me than like trying to do it on a controller. Like if I was hitting this on a controller, I'd be like, whoa, slow that down. And again, this is what I'm talking about right here. I mean, that first game obviously was a little different, but like something like this, what I couldn't really get on the games that I was playing, at least on PC, like the action was either too few and far between, or I would get like kind of melted too often and like really formulate like skills in like a consistent way. With this, I feel like I can just do a lot more, bro. Like I said, there's not too many freaks that I've ran into, but I feel like on them other games, bro, I'm not gonna say I was hopeless, but it's like, yo, it was just harder to like play it for a long time. Like I feel like this I could play for literally hours if I wanted to. Them other games, I was off probably after like 3 max. I was like, all right, bro. With or without playing with the homies, I will say that too. Some games are a little more taxing on me without the homies, but even still, like if I was to play all those games with the homies, after like 2 or 3, I'm like, all right, bro. So this is like the first like shooter PC game that I've actually like think I've gelled with. I've only played it for like 3 or 4 days, but I feel the most comfortable with it so far, by far. I'll take it. I'll take the dub. I'll take the dub. I stand by it. I stand by it. Like I'm sure after I upload this, somebody in the comments is gonna be like, bro, it's just because you're bronze 3. I'm like, okay, if that's the case, cool, let me know now. But the last thing I want is just like a false sense of confidence. It's like, yeah, I'm actually pretty good. Like, no, you're not actually that good. I will definitely say out of the agents that I don't have unlocked, Yvette and Flavia, yo. Those are the next 2 I gotta grab, bro. Next 2 I gotta grab, bro. Everybody else, they'll come after, but those are the next 2. But yeah, bro, so this is like my my boxing ring training arc on PC, bro. This is like the game that's giving me a lot of burn right now. I'm having a good time. I don't know if I'll necessarily like be making content on it, but you know, if people want it, I'll give updates and things like that. And you know, it's always a good game to play on PC if I need something to do or like just want to improve some more. But yeah, I appreciate that for what the game is. That was awesome.